Well, they cut my live stream once again. Whenever it starts getting juicy, they just cut it now. So I'm gonna wait for everyone to kind of pile back in, take a toke of the peace pipe. Right when I said those key words too. Those 3 letters, they cut me off. Right at those 3 letters. But yes, we support our friends over in Canada and everything that's going on there. So that timed with this Pluto return. Again, 1 full lap around the sun, 1 full orbit Pluto has done since July 4th, 1776. So could we see a new revolution? But this time maybe it's in Canada. Same kind of area, right? North America, same ley lines. But maybe this time the Canadians will be the ones setting themselves free from the crown. Still amazes me every time I see Canadian money or anything. It's the Queen's fat face on it. And it's just ridiculous. How many colonies that the English, the British Crown have had around the planet is really insane, especially when you kind of compare it to what the Nazis were doing in trying to take over the planet, and seeing that the British were doing it long before the Nazis were doing it, and probably ties into Tartaria and all that stuff too, which is really quite fascinating that even our recent history might be completely different from what we think it is. But yeah, the British Crown is basically, you know, they're almost worse than the Nazis in the way that they've completely colonized most of the planet. And even today, like Canada, you know, it still has Queen on their money. So yeah, I think there's a lot of promising energy for what could happen in the next couple months. So yeah, it's a pre-recording, Angelito. Yeah, they just cut my live again. So, well, one time I just had to start over. I did. Yeah. 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 You should see a new one if you go and look. What? Oh, were you? I didn't even see. Alexa says you guys were talking shit in the comments. About what? That stuff. Yeah. It's crazy. I honestly don't know what to do as far as like YouTube and stuff anymore, you guys, because like the shadow banning is so heavy. Like, you know, they'll just cut my live, or you know, they'll hit me with a strike on a video from like 2 years ago. That's happened a couple times. I'm at, I think, 2 out of 3 strikes now. So what I'm thinking about doing, I guess I said this last time, but I think I'm going to start another parallel channel and just kind of upload to both and hope that it kind of helps with the algorithms a bit. Okay, so Angelito's got lots of questions about Solo. Let's talk about Solo. Let's get into that. Hit me with your questions, and I will give you the rundown for people that don't know what's going on. So, if you're new to kind of crypto in general, and you've been wanting to create your own NFTs, whether it be pictures, music videos, music, movies, you know, hand-drawn art that you take a picture of, digital art, whatever it is, and you've been wanting like an easy way to do it without dealing with Ethereum and the crazy gas fees, there's a new platform that looks really promising and that we've been following for a couple months on the channel here and in the Telegram, but now they've officially created an NFT marketplace, and this blockchain is called Sologenic, and it is built on the XRP ledger. So if you're not really familiar with the mechanics of that, blockchains can be built on other blockchains. So basically it means that it has all the utility of XRP, the lightning fast settlement, the minimal, negligible fees, but it's also got a whole different ecosystem built on top of it that allows it to do DeFi, which is what we're still waiting for with XRP, is a true decentralized finance ecosystem. So with Sologenic, you're going to be able to put your own artwork right now up on this thing like super easy with a couple clicks just by connecting your XRP wallet. So that is something that when I get on the computer and get my setup going again, I will be, I think, making probably a dedicated course or at least a class to doing that. So right now, the past couple weeks, I've been taking a break from coaching and course building and stuff. So I know a couple people are waiting to hear back about, say, the Flare course and things like that, and that's what I'm working on developing right now. So I'm building that and a couple other things as well. So just stay patient with that stuff if you're still interested in that, and I will have announcements and a website out very soon, and it's gonna be super fun and cool, and I'm excited, and other projects too that I'm excited to talk about, but I won't overwhelm you yet. Let's get back to Solo. Angelito said, now that Solo's been airdropped to those who set up a Ledger wallet connection, can we now disable that trust line? No, if you disable, well, I mean, if you got rid of your Solo and you don't want Solo anymore on your Ledger, then disable the trust line. But if you have Solo on your Ledger and you disable the trust line, then you're gonna get rid of your Solo. So you don't wanna lose it all if you have it there. But if you already got the airdrop and say you sold it all or something and you don't want it on your Ledger anymore, then yeah, you can remove the trust line. But if you want to keep your Solo, definitely don't remove the trust line. Foxer says, I made bank on Solo and lost it all trying to buy this Songbird dip and that kept on dipping. Yeah, I made bank on Solo too, and fortunately I sold Solo near the top relatively, and I sensed that it was going to be going down even before the airdrop FUD. And then after seeing what happened to Songbird and how it just kept going and going and going down and still is, I felt that Solo was probably going to do the same. So I didn't get much on the airdrop personally. I did have a little bit, but I had pulled out mostly by that point, which is why people do that. That's exactly why the market dips for prematurely for an airdrop, because there are people who basically anticipate that it's going to drop and they'll sell before because they know it's going to drop and they want to make sure they get their, selling at the high point. So if you ever wondered why there's a premature dip sometimes right before an airdrop when you expect it to go up, it's because of that. Solo to 1K. Yeah, so the other kind of bullish and fun things about the Solo tokenomics are that there's only, I think, 400 million coins. Might be 200, but I think it's 400, and never will be more than that. So that's good as far as like the potential price point that it could reach, especially since it's like 50 cents right now. So it's about the same price as XRP, but it's got way less total circulating supply, total supply. And then the other thing is that there's a lot of burn mechanics built in. So it's extremely deflationary is what that means. So for instance, every time that you mint an NFT, I think you have to burn 3 Solo. At least 1, but I think it's 3. So that is something to keep in mind if you want to make NFTs on the marketplace. Okay, let me check my notes here. Do you guys have any other crypto or Solo questions? So the other thing I wanted to talk about with crypto is with Froge. If you want to get in on the free NFTs by holding Froge, you only have 3 days left. So I talked about Froge in my last video, but basically we made a crypto called Froge, and it's a meme coin at its heart, but it's a meme coin with the intention of supporting the Great Awakening and supporting sovereign creators. So it's intended to be used partially as a peer-to-peer payment system for sovereign creators and people that are empowering the awakening of the planet and the peace and harmony of the new earth that we're trying to create. So basically a crypto that supports that directly. And one of the other perks of holding Froge is that if you hold at least 333 Froge, which I think is about $300 worth right now, so if you just have at least that much, you're automatically in the NFT club and will be given free NFTs just for having that. So there are currently 4 NFTs that have been created by Rare Anon, who's the creator of the rare Pepes. And those 4 NFTs will be given to everyone who is holding 3333, so 3,333 Froge, by February 1st. So 3 of those will not be available after that date. So if you want those free NFTs, make sure you're holding that amount of Froge, and then if you keep holding it, you're gonna get like regular NFT drops from Rare Anon and potentially other NFT artists too. So that's kind of a collaboration thing. That's not like core to Froge itself, but that's kind of a collaborative thing that's happening right now with the NFTs. So if you want to get free NFTs on the Stellar network too, these are not on Songbird like the other Pepes. These are awesome, uniquely drawn, Pepe-inspired Froge NFTs that are on the Stellar network. So it's going to be airdropped directly to your Stellar wallet, like your Lobster wallet. So where you hold your, Stellar and your Stronghold and your Froge, you'll see the NFT right there. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of a new thing that I haven't really seen anyone else in the community do yet, is NFTs on Stellar in this way. So yeah, I'm super stoked. So basically, it's a last call warning. If you want to get the free NFTs, make sure that you are holding that by February 1st. And after that, there will only be one of those current 4 that every new member gets, but those 3 are going to be super rare. And then you can turn around and immediately put them up for sale on any Stellar marketplace, including Lightmint. That's who Rare Anon is working with to mint the NFTs, and you'll be able to list them there. So like for instance, right now I think there's only 30 people qualified for that NFT, so there will be 30 NFTs that go out. So you'll have one of 30 NFTs, or if you're smart and you have more than one wallet, you could get more than one NFT. But like, there's going to be less than 50, it's looking like, for this first round. So that means you'll have one of 30, 50 limited edition NFTs that will actually, potentially have value, and that there's not just like a million of them and no one will be able to get them at that point. So they'll be unique. So that's really cool, and I'm excited to like play with that and experiment with NFTs on Stellar, because Stellar is basically like XRP but for the retail environment. So Stellar is XLM, if you guys don't know that, and essentially it's identical in almost every way to XRP in many, many ways, created by one of the co-creators of Ripple. And but they have DeFi already enabled and fully accessible on their ecosystem. So that's why Froge was created on there. And yeah, so last call, 3 days to get your NFTs. NFTs will probably go out if they're ready within the next couple days after February 1st. You should be able to have them in your wallet. And the Froge price is about to go up. Looking at the order books, it's been like going up, down, and doing some good like consolidation and bouncing. And it's like, I think if one more person buys enough to be in the NFT club, then the price is actually going to go up for the first time. So that'll be fun. Could be you. You could make the price go up. That's what's fun about such small markets, is that like one person buys, one person sells, and it's like whoo-choo, whoo-choo. But you get in now, and then as more people come in, you get a way better opportunity now. Oh, the other thing I wanted to give a shout out to was Huge Tits. So my friend made a crypto called Huge Tits, and it is intended to be a clickbait meme coin title, obviously, but it's actually raising awareness for breast cancer and breast implant issues. So for people that have had silicone and other types of breast implants and have had chronic health issues from that, it's actually donating to someone who, it's donating to nonprofits that are leading nonprofits in solving those issues. So pretty dope. And they actually they're making an NFT collection that actually Alexis and I had the pleasure of contributing to making one of them. And the NFT collection is called Starseed Babes. And they're like these galactic goddesses. And we made the one that's called the Blue Lady, if you see that one. We didn't draw it, but we basically created the theme for it. And they're basically like collectible trading card NFTs that are Starseed like babes. and they are the #1 trending NFT project on the Sologenic Marketplace. So that is huge. So congrats to my buddy over at Huge Tits, and it's like that's really cool to be the #1 on Sologenic, like as it's first coming out. So you can get that on the XRP ledger through the Sologenic Marketplace. You can buy Huge Tits. It's built on XRP. So go Huge Tits. And go Froge, go Pepe's, go XRP, and XLM, and Solo. Oh, Isaiah, your music NFTs are on the marketplace? Congrats, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. Drop the name, or like however we can find your stuff on there. A link or whatever we can look at to get to your content. Angelito, will we gain core just by letting our solo sit there? I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I believe that if you just hold it there, then eventually the trust line will be available to add, and then we should get it. But I haven't looked into that too much. It wasn't Zen that did Huge Tits. It was someone else that is not a public figure, and I don't think they want to be, so I'm not going to say their name, but it's nobody that you guys would probably recognize. But he's a super cool dude, and I've met him, and he's a good person, so I support it. But yeah, not Zach. Zach like supported the project, but he didn't make it. All right, what else? So, oh yeah, I'm putting together, I think I already said, the coaching program. So if there's anything that you're specifically interested in, say, taking a course on, currently the courses I'm building out include the Flare course, which is going to be, the full Flare course is going to be a really in-depth one. But I think I'm going to create it so that you can, say, only access the parts that you need to access. So if you don't want to get the whole package, you can just get like certain parts of the course. And in addition to the Flare one, I'm thinking a liquidity pool course that'll include both Flare and liquidity pool yield through Stellar on Stellar X is a really big one. So you can stake essentially your XLM and your Stellar assets like Stronghold, Aqua, LSP, and receive daily yield income from that. And those are the two main ones I'm looking at right now. And then super intro courses that are kind of intended to replace my typical coaching that I was doing with people, where I was teaching people how to use all of the exchanges, marketplaces, decentralized exchanges, apps, wallets. So getting people set up with, say, a hardware wallet, Decent Wallet, moving your, say, XRP from Uphold to your Ledger or your Decent Wallet. That I'm going to make a course for all that kind of stuff and replace the kind of one-on-one coaching with that. And then probably I'm going to be hosting a group coaching class, or like a group coaching container to go along with the courses as well. So if any of that interests you, or if you have other interests that are related to crypto, or even anything else that you hear me talk about that you want to learn about, shoot me an email or send me a message on any of the platforms. If you've hit me up for coaching one-on-one and I haven't got back to you yet, I haven't been doing that with anybody for the past couple weeks. So when I open that up again, it'll be soon, and I will let you guys know. So yeah, please hit me up if you guys want to give me any input on things that you would like to learn in courses or classes. Angelito says, I know the price of Songbird is currently in the gutter, but realistically, you could still make good money in delegation rewards if you buy a fuck ton of Songbird. Yeah, so what he's talking about is with Songbird, there are weekly delegation rewards, and you can actually check those rewards through a website that I don't remember the full link, but it's like, I think it's ftsometrics.com probably. But if you Google or DuckDuckGo FTSO metrics, it'll tell you the current reward rates. So for a while there, I saw it at like 0.5% a week, so it was pretty low, but that fluctuates as well. So yeah, despite the price of Songbird, if you know, say you have $5,000 in Songbird or $1,000 or $100 in Songbird, regardless of the price, you're still going to get that, say 0.5% a week of your $1,000 investment back. But then if Songbird goes up, then you're making more. If Songbird goes down, you're making less. Yeah, flaremetrics.io. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, Beginning Hope. I was thinking about doing a course on the parasite cleanse or something like that. So I'll definitely put some more thought into that. I have learned a lot, so it would be nice to be able to like share that and help other people. And man, like feeling, even though like I was saying, I feel a little like, you know, loopy or not lightheaded, but just a little maybe ungrounded from not eating. It's not, once you cleanse the parasites, you get this crazy level of clarity. And that just feels so good to say, not have the monkey like chatter just constantly going in the back of your head. Because for me, that was getting really bad, where like it was just like constant clutter in the mind of just thoughts that you were not wanting to think about. And legit, the day that I fasted and did that cleanse, it was like night and day. Like it was just gone. And still right now I'm not having that mental clutter. So it's huge. It makes a big difference throughout your day, and just like not getting triggered at everything, and you know, staying in a high vibe. Oh, Angelito, share some of what you use for parasite cleanses, some of your tinctures and stuff. I'd love to know. I think so the one that I'm using is like, it's like organic pineapple flavored parasite cleanse, and it's got pineapple husk, wormwood, psyllium, I think turmeric, clove, and a handful of other stuff. And this one's like a powder, which I like instead of the capsules, because I can do like varying amounts. Oh, if they're super far away, you don't have to go grab them, man. But yeah, leave them as a comment under the video, as an actual comment. Any of you guys that are using parasite cleanses of any kind, or anything that you've seen success or lack of success, leave it as a comment below to help other people. Yeah, there's a lot of weird mysteries about the body, I think, that we're not taught about, as far as cleansing and getting all the crap out that, you know, we're putting in that we're not supposed to be consuming. All right, I'm gonna check my list and see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think I hit everything. So unless you guys have any other questions or any talking points that you wanna hit up, then I think I'm gonna bounce out of here. And I have a lot of ideas for videos, but to be honest, I'm a little, what's the word? Like dissuaded or unmotivated just by YouTube and the censorship and the shadow banning. So it's like I'm excited to make videos, but this channel in particular is just so controlled that I'm trying to figure out where to go. And I know there's a like Rumble and BitChute and a lot of these other things, but YouTube is still like, if you get the algorithms right, it's still like the best way to reach a wide amount of people. So I'm still thinking about that, but like one of the video ideas that I have is like, I'm constantly finding shit on Google Earth that is just anomalous and weird, and some of it I have like theories and ideas on. So I'm thinking of doing like a series, kind of a shorter series on Google Earth anomalies that I found and things like that. And there's a lot of things on Google Earth that are new, that are coming up, that are like higher definition things that weren't there before. So it's a fun thing to look at constantly. Okay, Angelito, what you use is quassia wood, garya herb, clove bud, bayberry root bark. I've not heard of any of those besides clove. That's interesting. I'll have to look into those. Another one that I heard about that I want to get is it's like mamundi or pudini, and it's a seed that when crushed and combined with water or your stomach juices, it turns into like a thick goop, and I guess it just like sticks and takes all the unwanted stuff off your intestines and stuff, and it's totally natural. Actually, ironically, synchronistically, the company that makes it is called Cellcore, and their logo is like identical to the Corium logo, which is the Sologenic project. So there's a fun crossover between these two worlds. Like, I'll have to post that below, but legit, it's almost an exact identical logo between this Cellcore Parasite Cleanse brand and Corium blockchain on XRP. So not Cellcore, CELL. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, Cellcore. I don't know. Maybe that's the message. Sell your core. Are you gonna be at the Zen meetup on the 4th? I'm gonna try. I have a lot of variables at play in actually making it happen, but I really want to be there and connect with everyone in person. It's been a while since I've like connected with people in a big group setting like that, and it's such a great community. So I'm gonna try to make it. Are you gonna be there, Good Vibrations? You're welcome, Jay. Hope you're doing well, man. Black walnut, echinacea, and propolis. Nice. Yeah, black walnut. I didn't know about echinacea. That's a good one. Space Ghost, are you going to the LA event too? For Zach? If you guys don't know what they're talking about, Zen God is hosting a exclusive event this next. What date is it? It's soon. March 4th, I think. But I think it's already full, pretty sure, if you hadn't RSVP'd. Wow, your buddy, that's crazy. Good Vibration says, I got a buddy that hooked me up to slight electricity for like 15 minutes to help with parasites. Holy shit, I had diarrhea all the next day. Was it like those little patches and it just gave you like a slow current? That's pretty interesting. I've been seeing electrical stimulation coming up as a healing thing a lot more lately. Nice, got your plane ticket, Good Vibrations, dope. Mowgli, so it's if you know Zen God, you can join his Telegram group. I think would be the best way to find the info on it. But it is, I think the RSVP list is full already because there's only like 100 people that can fit in the building, or like 114 or something. But join his Telegram if you're on Telegram. If not, send me a message and I'll forward you the info about it. Yes, and for Cane Coin holders, that's if you hold Cane Coin, you get to go for free if you RSVP'd in time. Oh yeah, Rife Frequency, is that what it was, Good Vibrations? I've been wanting to do more research and look into getting a Rife machine or working with one as well. Mahalo, brother. Yeah, Earthworth and Mowgli, you guys should meet up. I think you guys are in the same area. Ish, maybe. Shout out to my buddy Ryan for this Gandalf pipe. I was like looking to get a Gandalf pipe because, you know, as a herb smoker, I'm always looking for the healthiest way to consume, right? Which at the end of the day is probably edibles, but as far as smoking, you know, I used to hit the bong a lot back in college, and that can be hard on your lungs. And especially if you just don't want that much, like nowadays I typically don't want that much at a time. So typically I have like a little pipe, and so does Alexis. And but what we would find is, you know, obviously with pipes, you get a lot of Scooby snacks, you get a lot of stuff in your mouth and probably in your lungs that's not good for you. So, you know, there's bubblers too, but bubblers and bongs can collect, like, as you guys probably have noticed if you have them yourself, like kind of funky stuff in them, bacteria and smells. Even when you're rinsing and washing them every day, like still like, I don't know, particular ones I've noticed are worse than others. And like my bubbler just like, it's not, it gets rank like fast. So that's why I normally use the pipe, but I was like, I want to get a Gandalf pipe because it has the nice long, you know, cooling area for the smoke to travel, so it's not burning your throat, and it basically is a catch for any ash. And so far I've loved it. Plus, like, who doesn't want to feel like Gandalf when you're smoking? I really like the crystal and stone pipes. Some people, like here in Sedona, there's a company called Blazin' Janes. And I've never actually bought any of their products, but I've wanted to. And I've been looking at similar stuff, but like crystal pipes and things like that. And I almost bought an amethyst pipe from them, but then I found out that like amethyst and quartz can be dangerous because of basically the silica fibers, unless it's treated in a very specific way. So I'm looking at getting a Labradorite pipe because I hear that Labradorite is basically chemically inert, so you're not gonna get like fibers and stuff. But the stone pipes are really cool. Jade pipes are really cool. That's, I think, what a lot of the ancients used. Oh, you have a rose quartz pipe. Nice. Is it a pipe totally out of rose quartz? They probably made it the right way. I think they just have to like heat treat it or something, and then I'm pretty sure the fibers don't come off anymore or something like that. Man, even just a blunt is hard on my lungs. Not a smoker, need some brownies. Yeah, everyone's different. I think genetically too, like some people, maybe it's just more in their genetics to like be able to handle that, and other people not so much. Edibles are great too because you get a more full spectrum high and buzz. You get all those cannabinoids. I should do an edible again, it's been a while. I really like the idea of like the vapes, like not so much the oil vapes, but like the flower vapes, like packs and things like that. But I found that most of those flower vapes, the airflow has to travel through electronic components, and it's not necessarily like the cleanest thing. So if you do use a flower vape, that's one thing to look into. And I know that there's one product that I found that advertised, and they won a bunch of awards in the cannabis industry for being the healthiest flower vape, in that the airflow did not pass through any active electronics, or hopefully any electronics. And I think it was called like the Eco 1 or something like that. It's like, I think it was like $400 or $500. Thought about getting that one, but it was like out of stock when I went to look for it. Oh man, I gotta go watch the newest Spider-Man. Foxor says he had to smoke before watching the new one because third eye was buzzing. Man, I just watched the 2 previous ones with Tom Holland to catch up because I hadn't seen them, and I was surprised. They were a lot better than I thought they were going to be. And then I saw the trailer for the new one, and man, it blew my mind. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen the. I mean, I guess it's just the trailer, but it's still a cool thing to see when you see it for the first time. I think I'm gonna go see it next week. I'll probably do the same. It looks like it's like the Avengers of Spider-Man. What else is going on? Another reminder, 3 days left to get your Froge NFTs. If you didn't hear that earlier, if you hold Froge and you hold 3,333 Froge, you will automatically be in the NFT club and be airdropped free NFTs. And there are 4 NFTs currently going out to holders from Rarenon, the artist who made Rare Pepes, and they are Rare Pepes made on the Stellar blockchain. And they're going to be airdropped directly to your wallet. You'll see them in your Lobster wallet. It's going to be super dope because I tested it, and just seeing them there was like really cool. And then you can open the link and go to Lightmint and put them up for sale and everything. So 3 of those 4 NFTs are going to be limited edition and will not be available after the next 3 days. So only one will be the available one for new club members. But if you want to get, let's see, one of them is a red pill NFT. The other one is a Matrix Pepe NFT, which was super dope. And the other one is a Santa Claus Christmas Pepe NFT. And the 4th one is a Froge club, basically like a Pepe entering the Froge club psychedelic neon NFT. So if you want to get those, what you have to do is just on your Lobster wallet app, make sure that you have some XLM loaded on there. If you don't know how to do that, you can just get it natively in the app, but it charges you a little bit of a premium, but it's not too bad. But it's easier if you don't have Coinbase or a way to send XLM to your Lobster. Make sure you have some XLM in there, and then you go to Add Assets, and you're gonna look up Froge, and you're gonna do the one that has the Pepe looking frog, because there's a different Froge that's unrelated. And the website associated is froge.xmint.io. And you're gonna click on that one and add it as an asset, add it as a trust line within your Lobster wallet. And then you can just go to swap, and you can swap your XLM directly into Froge, and you can input the number of either one that you wanna do. So for instance, if you wanna get these NFTs, then you would have the right amount of XLM in there, which I think, depending on the market price right now, I think it's around $300 US dollar equivalent. So if you just have that much in Froge, you'll get it. And you would just write 3333 Froge in the little box. It'll convert how much XLM you need, and then you can put, you know, your XLM in there, and it'll swap it, and then you'll have your Froge. And then as soon as the NFTs are ready, they'll get sent out. And if there's anything else you need to know, then I will let you know. And you can follow the Telegram, join the Froge Telegram, Froge community, and actually I think it's at FrogeCoin Crypto is the Telegram, and the same thing for Twitter. Those are the 2 socials right now. It's 3,333. 4 threes. And if you go into my Telegram, you'll see a picture of what the NFTs look like if you want to look at the NFTs. They're pretty dope. They're pretty awesome. And it'll be the first time that these Rare Pepes are on a different blockchain. And now they're going to be on Sologenic, because I think he's going to put the Pepes on Sologenic. So that means there will be Songbird Pepes, Stellar, Froge Pepes and Sologenic Pepes. And they're all going to be, you know, different projects, but they're all the same theme. And that's kind of a cool thing to look at in the NFT space too, is like to see which projects are like cross chain, because there aren't that many that do cross chain from what I've seen, but it's starting to be a new thing. Thank you, babe, for posting the link. That is the Telegram in the chat. What else? We're thinking about doing another Family of Light, potentially in the fall season. So last year we did it in monsoon season, basically, in July. And it was a little hot and a little rainy. So we're thinking of doing it in like maybe October or sometime around there. So if you're interested in that, let us know, because that'll give us some encouragement to maybe put together another one if you guys want to come to that. Yes, Sedona Part 2, Family of Light Part 2. Potentially at an even better location that I found. So a location with like the best view and a really cool history to it. Secret society history to the location, and a powerful vortex and a great view. So yeah, if you guys think that you'd be interested, dope, let us know. What else? We were hosting a retreat here that was going to be earlier this month, but unfortunately we had to cancel it because last minute there were several people who had things come up kind of all at once, and we had to at least postpone it. So if the retreat in Sedona, in the house that we were in before, was a 10-bedroom mansion right on the creek, beautiful like property, like 7 acres right on the creek side, jacuzzi on the roof, huge 10-bedroom house. It was gonna be really cool. I'm sad that it didn't end up happening, but if it is meant to be, and if enough people want it to be, then that is a timeline possibility as well. And I'm thinking spring maybe, if people are interested in a potential Sedona retreat. So this would be different than the conference in that it would be much more intimate, much more private, much more chill, and not about listening to speakers and learning, but about like really just kind of more the feminine of like being and integrating and relaxing, rejuvenating, sound baths, yoga, natural, hot tub, creekside plunges, like that kind of thing. So originally it was going to be in the winter, but maybe it was meant to be in the spring or summer. So if that interests you as well, let us know in any way. Shoot us an email or something. But yeah, Family of Light for the conference. If you guys weren't aware of that, if you are new to the channel or haven't heard of it, last year my wife and I hosted a conference, basically a consciousness, spiritual, metaphysical awakening conference here in Sedona, and had a ton of really awesome speakers that were all like really good friends of ours, and it was just such a great experience to be able to like bring that community together and meet all sorts of new cool people from like all over the country, and I think some people even came from different countries potentially. But yeah, we're super grateful to have had that experience, and that all of our friends who are amazing teachers wanted to support us with that and came out here and were a part of that, and then everyone who came and supported as well and partook in the container. So it really was special, and that's why we want to do it again. So yeah, we're thinking fall, and a new location, new and improved location. The last location was awesome. I love it, and I would do an event there again, but there's another location that is potentially even more awesome, and yeah, different kind of experience. familyoflight.com is the website for that. And I have another project in the works that I really want to talk more about, but I'm getting that vibe of like, you know, keep things a little more to yourself while you're creating it until it's a little more complete. But I have essentially like a really empowering, collaborative project, community project that will bring together and bridge a lot of different creators and ideas and educational mechanisms and things like that. So that is something I'm working on kind of on the side, and yeah, maybe I'll see some of you in California at a Zen's event if I can make it out there. I'm gonna try to. If it's aligned, if the universe can, you know, empower me, I'll be there. Based on the patents you sent me, Mowgli? Is what based on the patents? Tesla patents. I gotta go find those again. Well, Voxor, we may be doing a online event as well. That's also something that we are looking into creating, is like an online conference or online seminar. So for people that are not able to make it out in physical, or typically wouldn't be able to afford a physical conference, the equivalent but digitally is something that we are considering additionally too. So I'll keep you updated. All right, you guys, I think I am... Oh, the thing I'm reluctant to mention, Mowgli, is that about the patents? No, I wish. I wish. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I do hope to be working on that kind of technology, but different kinds of projects right now. I haven't done much thought in like the engineering kind of side of things in a while, but eventually I think I'd like to be more of like a manager of engineering projects like that rather than like the engineer myself, because I'm not the most skilled engineer. Even though I went to school for engineering, I wasn't the best at it, but I am pretty good, I feel, at like management and like being a leader in those kind of situations. So that's why I really want to start my own aerospace company with that kind of technology. So we'll have to talk more about that, Mowgli. It's coming. All right, you guys, much love. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Now that Venus is gone normal, direct, hopefully this week is full of passion and love and connection, and at the very least more harmonious than maybe the past couple weeks have been. So I think that's it for me. Great hanging out. Can you come work for me when I start? You're hired. I'll find you a job. All right, you guys. Peace out. Much love.